Ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. Horion Client has been updated to 1.21.60. So to get it, you can head over to their official website, horion.download. This is going to be linked down in the description below, together actually with my Discord server. Anyways, here on their website, you can simply press on this green download button, and that is automatically going to download the Horion injector. My Discord server, there's many more clients just like this one, so it's definitely not a bad place to be. Also, I thought I might just show you guys that, as you can see, this message has been sent today at 12:04 a.m. and in my time, it is currently 12:10 a.m. So, I mean, that's a difference of 6 minutes, chat. If you like that consistency, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, so now as you can see, I've got Horion Injector in my downloads over here, and I can simply double click on this, and that is going to open up. If you already have the injector, by the way, then you don't even need to re-download it. Anyways, here I can simply press on inject, and as you can see, it is going to inject right into Minecraft, which is obviously fantastic. The build is for 1.21.6x, and I'm on 1.21.60, but what this means is that it also works for 1.21.61 and 1.21.62. So on which of those three versions you are, it doesn't matter at all. It's going to work on all of them. Anyways, for the rest, it's still going to function the exact same. So I'll just head into a world. What the hell is this menu? And yeah, show you exactly what this client is all about, of course. So upon loading inside of Minecraft, this is what it's going to look like. If you want a full, complete, in-depth usage tutorial for Horion, then that is going to be linked down in the description below. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to be giving you guys a brief tutorial of how to get started using this client. So to open up the menu, you can press on the insert button on your keyboard, and that is going to open up this area, also known as the click GUI. As you can see, this contains all of the utilities. If you want to change that, you can open up the chat, type in .bind, click GUI, just like this, and then any key you want, for example F, and now as you can see, the keybind of click GUI is F, meaning every time I press on F, it's going to open and close this, except F is also being bound to something else, so maybe not the smartest choice. There we go, fix that now. Anyways, so in this area known as the click GUI, which contains all the utilities, we can click on these utilities to turn them on. So in this area, known as the click GUI, we can click on these utilities to turn them on, and click on them once again, and that is going to turn them off. And the ones with a plus, we can actually right click on those, and that's going to give you a drop down customization menu for that specific utility, which is obviously pretty cool, right? For the rest, we can hover above these utilities, and then in the bottom left hand side, you'll notice that you get a description of exactly what it does, so that is pretty neat as well. For the rest, really, it should be pretty self-explanatory how to use this entire area, right? So there is actually an alternative to this menu, and it's known as the tab GUI, and it's been turned on by default, and you can see it in the top left hand side of my screen. You might have been wondering what that is already. Anyways, it works the exact same as the click GUI area, but you can use it while moving inside of around inside of Minecraft by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. So that's pretty nice. Some people prefer this, some people don't. I think it can be useful in some situations, but personally I always just default to this area. If you want to turn the tab GUI off, you can of course do that by clicking on it just like so. You'll also notice that we have an array list on our screen in the top right hand side. That basically displays all active utilities. So if I go like this, well, then now all of these, it's going to display all the active utilities over there, right? And we can turn those off again for right now. We can turn off the array list too. Like that, our screen is going to be completely clean, but we can of course still use Horion Client, which I know a lot of you are still going to prefer over having a bunch of random things on your screen. For the rest, there is also some other GUI elements than the ones enabled by default under this tab over here. I highly recommend you guys take a look at those. For the rest, Horion Client also actually supports commands. We used commands earlier to set the keybind of the click GUI, if you'll remember that. Anyways, we can simply type .help in the chat, and that is going to give us a list of all the commands that this client has together with exactly what they do, which is pretty useful. If you're not sure how to use a command, just type it in chat and then it's going to give you the exact usage of the command. So that's pretty useful, right? Anyways, for the rest, the commands like .give, .game mode are still not going to work for multiplayer. They probably never will, as I've said quite a few times. I made an entire video about why they definitely won't. And if you want to watch that, then I will link it down in the description below. But for right now, basically, thank you ever so much for watching. And I do, of course, hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.